Welcome, welcome. Happy almost Friday. We're at Thursday now. So this is the first episode. The very, very first. Welcome to my podcast, Vomiting Rainbows, because life's not all about lollipops, rainbows, and unicorns as much as we'd like it to be. We definitely celebrate all of those colors in the rainbow here. And I'm here to just vomit rainbows out. So I had a thought this morning that kind of bothered me a lot. And I thought that I would see what you guys thought about this. It is on the value of productivity. Constantly feeling like our productivity is what makes us a valuable person. I was never raised that way necessarily, but that is something that I definitely came to know in my 20s, especially as a young mother. And even though I've worked really, really hard on this one, it definitely still affects me to this day. Tell me if you guys are like this, but I have a different circadian rhythm, I feel like, than the rest of the goddamn world. I'm not a morning person, but it's not just about not being a morning person. It is the ability to get up and start your day and do anything before noon. I have 3 small children. We have school that starts at 8 o'clock in the morning, so of course we've got to get on the bus and get ready to go. And I get the kids up before 6 o'clock in the morning. That said, I still get up at that time of day, and it still is 11, 12 o'clock before I'm even ready to do anything. I don't know what it is. I'm not really sure. I could have 5 hours of sleep. I could have 12 hours of sleep. I could have 2 naps, or I could sleep all the way through the night. It doesn't matter. And I have really tried to correlate what is it that allows me or does not allow me to be productive in the morning. What is it that causes me to look like I'm being lazy? And I want to talk about that. Is it laziness? Am I lazy? Are we lazy? Those of us who don't get up at the buttcrack-o-dawn and just fire off like we have our own little jet propeller back there and we're just so excited about life and woo! I'm sorry. That's not me at all. But my MO is to, get the kids ready, go to school. Of course, that's breakfast, packing them lunches, getting them on the bus, and, I'll do like a load of dishes in the morning, put the stuff away or get stuff loaded into the dishwasher. We've got chores in the afternoon that the kids do, so we normally that'll be part of a chore. So I'll get it ready to go, and then in the afternoon they come home and unload the dishwasher, which is fantastic. So that's like my thing that I do in the morning so that they can do it for me in the afternoon. Hi, hello. That's about it. That's about all I do. I definitely get myself coffee. That's on my checklist in the morning. I definitely try as hard as I can to eat breakfast. That's been something that I've recently been working on over this last year, is getting a good, healthy breakfast in the morning, because I think that's pretty important. But after that, and mind you, I'm still in my pajamas. I do not get out of my pajamas until 11 or 12. Like, if I have to, also. Why do we need to get out of our pajamas? Why? I'm not going anywhere. Nobody's coming to my house. And I don't think that my dogs care. So yeah, if I had a choice, I would absolutely be staying in my pajamas all day long, and I would, never get dressed. Or I would just, walk around with no pants on. However, I'm always cold, so it's like the snuggy, fleece jammies or sweatpants. Anyways, but who said that I need to get up at the butt crack of dawn and be productive and have my entire house cleaned. This isn't normal. I don't normally do, makeup and stuff. I thought I'd give it a try because I'm going to record myself today. But who said I'm supposed to get up in the morning and do all of that, get my face ready, my hair, makeup, dressed, kitchen done, laundry done, dogs walked, yoga, meditation, blah, 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 blah. Who made that rule? Can someone tell me what's happening there? Can someone tell me? I'm pretty sure it's not in the commandments. Thou shalt get up at the butt crack of dawn and crack the whip. So where'd that come from? And why do I feel so goddamn guilty if I have a pair of sweatpants on at 3 p.m. and I still have dishes in my sink? My productivity comes in the evening, in the afternoon. I am on my game when it is 2, 3, 4, 5 o'clock. And here's the thing. I want to know, is this laziness? Because I hear the word laziness and I equate it to my schedule, honestly. And I'm not sure that that's necessarily the correct adjective. And I think that I am not the only person that has this, that feels this way. Especially us stay-at-home moms. Especially the stay-at-home moms who have had toddlers, babies, and now they're at school. We earned that. Excuse me. We earned that. If you've made it to elementary, you win. You won. Victory, okay? So, I kind of feel entitled. No, not really. I mean, a little bit, but anyways. Who said that we have to do all of these things to actually be productive, to hold value in our society? Just because I don't get up first thing and I crack the whip and go, and people like us are more productive in the afternoon. My husband comes home and there's times when it's a really busy week. We own our own business. We have a heating and air conditioning company. We've been running it for 5+ years. So we're nice and well established and kind of in the routine and have, the company set up well enough that he is flexible with his hours. And I feel very, very lucky and very blessed for that. It was not always like that, for sure. But that's another podcast. That's a long podcast. It's not for today. Not the first podcast. It's a little personal. But if he comes home for lunch, at 10 o'clock, because he gets up really early, so 10 o'clock is lunchtime for him. But if he stops by, it's to make a sandwich, excuse me, whatever, stop by for a couple of minutes. And no, this is not the way that he speaks to me, but this is the way that I feel that if he comes home at that time, I should have the dishes done, the laundry started, the dogs walked, the house should smell good. There should be some candles going, and it should, smell like apple pie. Get a candle that smells like apple pie, because that's how houses should smell, and everything should be done, at that time. God forbid I'm really, really tired and I want to lay down and take a nap because I got up at 5 o'clock in the morning to get 3 children ready to go and 2 dogs and cats and yada, yada, yada. Because I don't know about you, but mornings are a little bit stressful. We have a nice routine, and everybody knows it. We all follow it, but again, morning is not my favorite time, so it's a little stressful. So God forbid, after I get them on the bus and I want to sit down for an hour. What if I want to sit for 2 hours playing on TikTok or doing anything, at all? I feel terribly guilty. And what is this, folks? Is this laziness? Or is this how we value ourselves, is our level of productivity? Because my husband doesn't come home at 10 o'clock in the morning, and if the dishes aren't done, he doesn't look at me and go, what are you doing? Are you gonna, XYZ? That doesn't happen. But I know a lot of moms, I would say specifically moms, honestly, who have such a hard time sitting down and having a few minutes to yourself, or 2 hours. Like, why are we going to put an actual time stamp on how long we're going to do that for, too? That feel terribly guilty doing something like that. Or in order to do that, X, Y, and Z has to get done first. Where did that come from? What, why? Why? Because I'll tell you what, I'll eat my breakfast, I'll take my break from life. Yeah, I said it. And by 11, 12 o'clock, I get going and the house is clean. The laundry's done. The dishes are done. The dogs are played with. I've showered. The things are actually done. They're just not done at that time. They're done at this time. And this time works really, really, really well for me. And sometimes, my husband will come home sometimes in the evening time, and if it's been a really busy week, sometimes he falls asleep at like 6 or 7 o'clock. And I can't honestly blame him for the line of work that he does and the physical labor that he has to endure during the day. And then just the mental stuff of scheduling and making contracts work and that sort of thing, because it's a subcontracted type of position. But so he goes to sleep at like 6 or 7 o'clock sometimes. And, most of the time it's like 8 or 9. Either way, I'm still fully on my game. I am present with the kids. Not that he's not present. That's not what I'm saying. But I am able to be a present parent at that time of day. I have already gotten my chores done. I'm getting the kids to get their chores done. We're doing outside activities, or we're inside gaming, or we're, whatever it is that we're doing. But I'm extremely productive and very, very present during the daytime, during the afternoon and the evening. And it is not an issue to do any of these chores. It doesn't feel bad to me. And it's easier. It's actually easier. Excuse me. In the morning, it's like, I don't wash the dishes if you have nothing to eat on. No, not really. I mean, we have dishes in the morning. But it's like pulling teeth for me. So I just want to know, are you like that? What is this valuing ourselves by the level of productivity and the schedule that we have to hold? What is that? Where did it come from? How do we get rid of it? How do we normalize having different circadian rhythms? Because what two people are exactly alike? How are we following, in this capitalist society, I'm going to go there, a 9-to-5 schedule for every single person? How are we all able to hold the same schedule down? I mean, able to and feel fulfilled, or that it matches your own fucking rhythm, your own circadian rhythm. Oh, by the way, I definitely curse on this channel. It is what it is. If you don't like it, please don't watch, because it just, like I said, it is what it is. On that note, why are we getting our kids up at 5 o'clock in the morning? Who thought it was a good idea for 5, 6-year-olds to need to get up from kindergarten at 5 o'clock in the morning to ride a bus for an hour? Why do we have to wake them up? Like, to start school by 8? Is that so that the parents can start their work at 9? Yeah. And then they get home at almost 4? That's a really long day. Also, don't you remember back in the day that it was mandatory for naps? like at that age. Like a lot of schools did naps or I know the elementary school that I went to, I don't ever remember taking a nap, but it was a half day. There was AM kindergarten and PM kindergarten. Now it's all day long. What do they need to know at 5 and 6 years old? That's so important that we go to school for 6 hours. How is that not something that the parents need to, like, at that age, they learn so much from their own household. This is just nuts to me. I don't know if it's me, because this whole time, I've been a mom. My oldest is 12. He is now going to middle school. Also, excuse me, I'm getting over a cold. No, it's not the, I am negative for that thing on. But I still have a cold, so sorry. I've done this long enough that I see that 1 out of 3 of my children are a morning person, and this works okay for her. It's all right. My boys, not so much. And my oldest specifically, when he was a newborn, he would sleep until 10:30 in the morning. And no, this isn't like I kept him up until, 10, 11, 12 at night. He had the normal, like 7-ish bedtime that little tiny ones have. But the boy slept until 10:30 every morning. So that's his natural rhythm. And now we're getting up 5 hours earlier than that. And we have been for years to do school. I just don't understand how do we all fit into that box? The kids go here, the adults go here, 9 to 5. These are your hours of work, whether you're at home or you have to travel to your job. I don't understand that. So I want to know from you. What is your morning like? Do you guys have, does your schedule match your natural schedule, your circadian rhythm? Does it match the way that you naturally flow? When do you have the most productivity? Is it in the morning or is it at night? And if it's, in the evening or at nighttime, how do you feel about getting going with the rest of society at that time in the morning and having a chunk of this is when you do that? How does that feel to you? I really want to know. Okay, so welcome to Vomiting Rainbows. Woo! We are featuring a very natural hairstyle right now. And I'm really enjoying myself. I really, really hope to connect to a lot of you. I think that we've got a lot to chat about. This channel is going to be a very eclectic channel. Sorry, my dog's making some noise. I'm like, who's trying to come in my door? There are several topics that I would like to cover with this channel. A lot of it's going to have to do with being a mom. But also, I would like to speak a lot on societal norms and standards and start questioning some of these things. And I want to know if any of you guys think the way that I do. Like, am I the only one out there that thinks like this? Like, what's wrong with me? Oh, wait, nothing's wrong with me. I just want to connect. I want to see more people that have the same types of thoughts as I do. So we're going to go over all different kinds of topics here. Definitely motherhood, as I just said. I have had some extensive experiences that I know other people have too. I've suffered from extreme intrusive thoughts and postpartum depression. I also would like to talk about addiction because, hey, yo, your girl's got it. And it's an everyday thing that I definitely have to keep track of. And that is very relatable for a lot of people. So we're going to go there. We're going to go to the addiction train too. We're going to talk about birth traumas eventually. because that's a big one. We're going to talk about women's health, maternal fetal medicine health. I have some certifications as a birth and postpartum doula. So those are definitely some of my special interests. But, and I'm going to have to work on that. Do you hear how many times I'm saying, I'm going to watch this back and see how many times I said like. That's my other one. Like. Anyhow, I am so excited to meet you. And I am through the roof that I figured out how to turn my microphone on and my ring light that you can't see because it's behind you, but it's super duper cool because I never had one of those either. And I am definitely an 86 baby because these things are all very new to me and a little intimidating, although it was really easy. So join me. Hit the subscribe button below so that you can get notifications on new videos because I talk a lot of shit and now I have a microphone to do it. I'm so excited to vomit some rainbows out. I love you all. It was a pleasure meeting you. And I'm so looking forward to doing this on a regular basis. Have a fantastic day, bitches.